Hello. I hope you're all doing well. And if not, I at least hope that your night improves. So, tonight, because we hit the first milestone, we'll be having choose your own deck nights until the next milestone is hit. So, let's go ahead and switch scenes here. Okay. So, hello, Egg. Hello, Ant. Hope you're both doing well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the collective, shall we? First today. That is the first time I've ever seen that one given out. Yeah. Goodness. Okay. Okay. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. This one did just kind of flop back and forth between upright and reverse and upright, but ultimately wants to remain upright, I guess. Which tells me that kind of that reversal is also being called on here as well. And then following that, we have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands. So, which is kind of telling me, there's definitely a worry or a fear here that things aren't going to work in your favor. The things won't work in your favor, and, you're kind of worried that, like, everything that you're doing is just kind of pointless. That it's not going to get you anywhere, because you're not going to get what you want anyway. And this is likely kind of coming from, just telling yourself that, like, it only went this way in the past, it can only go this way in the future, so, you know, like, what's the point? If the outcome isn't going to change. But the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands are here to tell you to knock that shit off. Things will go your way. They will go in your favor, okay? Trust that things will work out in the way that's best for you, okay? Things may not go exactly to plan, and exactly the way that you want them to, okay? But that doesn't mean that things won't still go in your favor. Also, again, I love this deck. I love that cat. Look at how happy that little shit is. Just look at it. That's a happy kid. Kinda, yeah. Arthur, that actually reminds me. Are there any orange cats in this deck? That's a massive missed opportunity if there aren't any orange kitties. I hope there are orange kitties. There better be some fucking orange kitties. Kinda. There are kinda some orange kitties. There are some orange cats in here, kinda. Oh, no, now there's a Mr. President. Kind of. A little bit more white than orange. It's on the Nine of Pentacles. Also, hello. Queue will be open shortly. Man, there needs to be more orange kitties in here. I'm sad there aren't more orange kitties. Damn. And I didn't even, like, realize that before. It kind of makes me a little sad that there aren't more orange cats. Oh, there's another one. And of course it's the Empress. Yeah, not many orange kitties. Not even on the sun. Damn. But anyway. And yeah, I know that feeling, Egg. Like, healing takes a lot longer than we sometimes realize and then we sometimes want it to. It's not linear either. Sometimes sometimes it may seem like we're regressing into old patterns, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going in the wrong direction and that we're not still healing. That's just a part of the healing process, and it's nothing to be ashamed of and be hard on yourself for. So. Yeah, I know that feeling. I still kind of have, like, some old wounds that just kind of, like, come back up from relationships, like, close to, like, a fucking decade ago. So, yeah. But yeah. It happens. Okay. Let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add here. She's just like, I heard you guys talking about me. Why am I not included in this conversation? I'm here, hello. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Knew there was one more card, and right before I put the deck down, right as I was thinking about putting the deck down, another card just shoots out. And so we have Trust. The universe has a plan for you. And Balsamic Moon. Things come and go, surrender to the universe. Balsamic Moon, funnily enough, the Balsamic Moon is all about healing. Alrighty. Okay, where is the trust card? There it is. Trust. The universe has a plan for you. The best way to trust the universe is to learn how to trust yourself. Your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul. Sometimes it's hard to let go of the steering wheel and lose our sense of control. This is especially difficult in a society that values a controlled, planned, and organized life. Unfortunately, this is an unrealistic ideal. No one is ever truly in control. So be patient. Ask the universe for guidance. Do the work. Stick to your vision. Watch for signs and allow good things to happen. Learning how to trust yourself and the universe takes practice. Remember, sometimes not getting what we want is a blessing. Okay, so very much kind of going in line with that whole trust that things will work out in the way that's best for you. And also kind of giving trust the process vibes a little bit as well. and Balsamic Moon. Things come and go, surrender to the universe. The Balsamic Moon, also known as a waning crescent, is the final sliver of light before the birth of the new moon. Metaphorically speaking, this is the time of death before rebirth. The old cycle is about to end, and a new cycle is near. The word balsamic comes from the word balsam, which literally means anything healing or soothing. The balsamic moon represents release, surrender, and soothing, just as its name implies. Take this moment to withdraw from the world. Rest and renew yourself. Release and purge. Most importantly, let go. Letting go is a crucial part of the healing process. Remember, you are about to start fresh, so do not take any troubles with you. Get ready, dream big. Prepare the seeds of your dreams. Yeah. They've been giving me that one a lot as well lately. Lots of mentions of like rebirth and such. Okay, so we have the Be Present card here. Live in the moment. While I may seem to be staring off into space, I am deeply immersed in the now, feeling every vibration and noting every scent. So, with this, it's definitely just kind of giving the feeling of being present with your emotions rather than trying to shove them away. Often this can just kind of get in the way of, letting go of things. We do need to give those emotions space to exist and acknowledge them, not shove them away, because that just kind of exacerbates the problem sometimes, most of the time. So, yeah. Give them the space to exist and be present with them. It doesn't mean you have to identify with them and that you have to give in to that spiral. Okay. Okay. So, for whoever needed to hear that message, I hope it helps. Okay. Let me go ahead and open the queue here. Okay, queue's open. Okay, and you're up first. So, what decks would you like tonight? Apparently, yes. I will say as well, they're not on the list. These are ones that don't necessarily have to be entirely for personal use. They're not on the list, but just if anyone wants them, you can choose these tonight as well. So. Okay. Give me one moment. Yeah, no problem, Mike. Okay. Hiccups are bad today, my goodness. Okay. Take a drink of tea really quick here. Okay. Alright. What message does Aunt need to hear today? Okay. Ooh. We have the Ten of Cups reversed, Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so, Five of Wands here is definitely the key card. Essentially, just kind of touching on this, disagreements and falling out that you had with people in the past, that's just kind of causing this state of unhappiness and just disillusionment a little bit, perhaps even. This is essentially, this entire situation is just kind of causing you to want to close off. And you're struggling to open up and be vulnerable with people, okay? And that's fine, but that's fine, but just know that it is okay to, little by little, try to open yourself up and try to connect with other people, okay? Like, it's safe for you to be yourself here, okay? It's okay to be hurt by the situation and to just be in this place currently. But remember that this won't always be the way that you're going to experience things, okay? And there are better friends out there. Not everyone is going to treat you the same way. And if you meet someone who does end up kind of being an asshole and treating you in a similar way and turns out to be nasty, boundaries. Cut them off the same way they did with everyone else. With anyone else who treated you that way, okay? But going into every situation expecting to be treated the same way, that's not a healthy thing either. And it can just essentially close us off from actually experiencing good things. Because we just kind of go into it expecting those people to be the same way. And that just kind of ends up, in a lot of cases, becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because without even realizing it, we ended up treating them differently. And becoming the asshole. So... So, just be mindful of that, okay? I'm not at all saying that that's what's going on here, but just... yeah. Just, most of all, remember that there are different experiences out there for you, okay? Hey, in my experience though, okay, you have been very kind, okay? So, don't think that you're also just being an asshole. Okay? Don't tell yourself that either. But, and also, you're certainly not an asshole for setting boundaries for yourself, okay? So, don't think that either. But, just remember, that there are better things for you to experience out there. Okay? I know trying to make friends is, like, really hard. I myself don't really have too many of them, and I unfortunately just lost my closest one, about a week ago, so, yeah. But, just, keep doing your best, just step out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there a little bit, okay? And keep yourself open to the possibility that you can find better friends. So. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Very, very interesting cards to get together. We have Snake. Thank you, Fawn. We have Snake. And Perfection. Hi, Bree. Where is Snake? Okay, there we go. Snake. Yeah. No, you're all good, Bree. Beware of Snake, for he's possessed of the gifts of seduction and manipulation, which he uses expressly for the purpose of satisfying his own agenda. This is a very attractive and tempting energy, capable of transfixing you into seeing things his way. If it's not Mephistopheles himself, Jesus, he certainly arouses sympathy for the devil with his lower vibrational energy. At its best, this oracle may represent great cunning powers of persuasion or an ability to mesmerize anyone away from their core beliefs and ideals. At its worst, scratch the snake's surface and discover a heart of darkness. He arrives to tell a cautionary tale about lower vibrational behavior, habits, choices, and darker motivations. He also has secrets and doesn't reveal his hand unless it's a part of a carefully connived strategy. If, in any moment, the snake draws you close to share in intimacy, recoil. The best way of handling this energy is to avoid engaging. The one word that is a verifiable kryptonite for this energy is whatever. Uh-huh. Like it says in that, okay, don't engage with that behavior. That's where that boundaries element comes in, okay? Just, if you find yourself in a situation like that again, okay, where you're dealing with those sorts of people, you know what to do. Can you stay put? My goodness. If you find yourself dealing with those sorts of people in that sort of situation again, you already know what to do, okay? Move on. Move away. They're not for you. Leave them to their own devices and their own fucking problems. And perfection. What's that? Spilled milk? Really? Who's to blame? Figures. You're right, though. There's no point crying or denying at this point, because the punishing and hysterical spirit of perfection is sending 2 highly trained canine teams and a savage district attorney. There's going to be a congressional hearing followed by an investigation yielding testimony, evidence, and judgment that will blow this egregious mistake wide open. For the record, and posterity, for your own good. The imprint of perfection is loud and clear. Don't make mistakes. Don't disappoint. Do more. Try harder. Something clearly must be wrong with you if you can't perform to an unreasonable standard of excellence. According to the experts, there are 3 kinds of perfectionism. You take on a personal mission to be perfect, you impose your crazy standards on others, or you think others expect these unrealistic things from you. It's the tricycle of abuse, with a bell, basket, and streamers. While it's good to be motivated and set high standards for yourself, you can tell if your expectations are unreasonable because they'll aspire to fulfilling this childhood prediction. You will fail. Of course, depending on the context, perfection denotes just that. Everything is perfect. The message associated with this card is that every little thing is just right. You couldn't have done more. You did the right thing. Stop being so hard on yourself. Interesting. Okay, so the first part of that card definitely goes a little bit with this, okay? But also, as it says in the last part of that card, about, like, doing the right thing, like you did the right thing, and not being so hard on yourself. Definitely also just kind of going in line with that, like, stop expecting perfection of yourself as well, okay? But also, I would also kind of say there's a hint of that energy of don't expect perfection from either, okay? Everyone has their own flaws, okay? Everyone's going to make mistakes. Don't sweat it over the small shit and let it ruin a good relationship, okay? Definitely that kind of energy. But obviously, you know where the line lies, okay? You know where the line lies. If it's an absolute deal breaker for you, just fucking jump ship and just nope the fuck out. So, yes. Okay, that one just popped out immediately. Oh, of course. Of course it's that one. Okay. We have 2. I'm worthy of having my needs honored, which is very, very important, okay? Going very, very in line with that Queen of Swords energy about boundaries and shit. Okay? Like, you are deserving of finding those relationships where you're actually treated well and respected, okay? And going in line with this, I trust myself to make choices that are in alignment with my highest good. So trust yourself. Trust your own discernment, your own judgment in matters, okay? You'll know when people aren't worth your time. Okay? If they're not going to give you that basic respect, just... nah. Just nah. Okay. I hope that message helps. Oh, so that's good egg. Okay, I need a drink of tea. But yeah, I hope that message helped. And thank you again for stopping by. Thank you. Hello. I always appreciate hearing things like that. Because, I struggle, like, so fucking much with, like, just doubting myself a lot. And just general imposter syndrome. So, it really does mean a lot. Oof. My fucking hiccups have been brutal today. Yeah, queue is still open if you want to join. Oops. It's in there. Just type the command that's listed there. to join the queue. The initial join command is just a bit of a disclaimer. Also, thank you, Aunt. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. It is your turn, Adam. What decks would you like? That was loud. Sorry. Okay. Now check messages. Okay. Okay. Okay, are you ready? Okay. What message does Adam need to hear today? I'm sorry. Just had that. A few cards just like shoot out immediately. Just my goodness. Okay. Okay. There. We have King of Cups reversed. I believe this is the second time in a row you've gotten the Devil. So they really fucking want to emphasize this. Apparently. The Fool. And the World. Apparently wants to be reversed. I was about to say this did initially pop out reversed. But apparently it's... okay. It's reversed. Okay. I don't know, that was just fucking funny. Literally just like, no. It's reversed. Thank you. Essentially these two here are definitely like just very, very closely linked here, okay? There's a repressing of emotions that's going on with its King of Cups reversed, okay? Repression of emotions, only just... that'll only lead you to more problems, okay? You definitely do want to be allowing them the space to exist and giving them an outlet of some sort by, like, writing or, like, talking about them, okay? Because it was, like, last week, like, the last reading that you got last week, on last Thursday, because I didn't stream on Saturday, right? Yeah. So on Thursday, I know you also got the Devil, and very, very just much wanted to emphasize the need to just kind of, like, do this shadow work with yourself, okay? Confront this shadowy part of yourself, okay? And stop repressing the emotions that you're feeling. Okay. Sitting with these parts of yourself, okay, is the only way through this, okay? It's the only way through this. If you can't sit down and confront these things and be honest with yourself about these things, the reason why you're feeling the things that you are, and confronting the not so great aspects of yourself, essentially, it's the refusal to do these things that's essentially just keeping you here, where you're just in a place of stagnation, where you're never getting where you want to be, despite being so close to it. Despite being so close to it, if you could just sit down with these parts of yourself and confront them, explore them, okay? That'll lead you to some insight and understanding about yourself, okay? And why you have some of these thought patterns that you are. Why you're feeling the way that you are, okay? They need an outlet. Repressing them, shoving them away isn't going to get you anywhere. Embark on this journey for yourself, okay? Not for anyone else. For you. And continuing to tell yourself that you're not making any progress and you're not getting anywhere isn't helping. Okay. We have forgiveness, full moon forgiveness, and moonlight enchanted. I believe you got full moon last time as well. Full moon, forgiveness. You need to be more forgiving of someone. Or maybe it's you that needs forgiveness. Either way, what you need to know when you draw this card is that whatever you want can come your way, but you have to move through forgiveness first. Resentment causes energetic blockages. Maybe you need to forgive a partner or a parent. And once you do, you'll magically release something that is currently blocking your way forward. The full moon is perfect for emotional releases, as all your emotions rise to the surface. All the better for you to face up to them. Forgiving someone doesn't mean what happened is okay, but it does mean you're ready to move on. Explore these ideas in relation to whatever you're asking about, or take them as general guidance. The situation you're asking about will be healed for all once you've let go of rancor and bitterness. There are no guarantees as to the outcome, but forgiveness will be a step in the right direction, and either way, you'll feel better. Remember, forgiveness is for your benefit, not for theirs. And forgiveness of yourself is always for your benefit. Moonlight. Enchanted. There is something magical and enchanted about moonlight. Whatever it touches turns a beautiful creamy silver. Something is doing this in your life now, or is about to. Life is all about cycles, as is astrology and Moonology. Right now, you're about to move into a more enchanted time or cycle in your life, if you believe. Whatever you're wishing for can come true because you're starting to believe again, perhaps after a rough time. This card reminds you to focus on the good while you process the difficult. If you can't yet feel the magic in your life, take support from a daily practice of just breathing out, with the intention of breathing out stress through cleansing breaths. It might be dark now, but there is moonlight at the end of the tunnel, so keep the faith and see the world through kind eyes. If you affirm that something is too good to be true, you might make it so. Instead, believe that life can be magical for you, and it can be. One of the additional meanings for this card, by the way, is trust the process. And this is definitely one of those trust the process situations. Continuing to tell yourself that you're not making any progress isn't going to help you any, and it's going to keep you feeling trapped. Okay? And so we'll just repressing emotions and thought patterns and not really just kind of confronting those parts of yourself that you don't really want to deal with. Oh goodness. Okay. I welcome challenges knowing I will grow and expand through them. This is a period of growth, okay? An opportunity for growth. Just keep working towards this, okay? Keep working on this. Keep allowing these things the space to exist. And acknowledge them. Don't push them away. So I hope that message helps. Yep. These two. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What decks would you like, Egg? Okay. It's cute. Okay. What message? Okay. 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 We have here the Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Four of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So, there's definitely, just, it's touching back on that, like, opening collective a little bit, Just kind of like, there's a bit of, yes. There's a bit of anxiety and fear here. Just worrying that things aren't going to go the way that you want them to, okay? Essentially just kind of like telling yourself that the things that you experienced are the way that the only way that things can go here, and that you can never have what you want anyway, so what's the point in putting all that work when it's not really going to pay off and it's not really going to get you what you want. And there's definitely a need to just kind of a need to just confront that fear a little bit here, okay? And have a little bit more just confidence in yourself and trust that things will work out for your best, for the best for you here, okay? Essentially just do your best to not listen to what that negative voice in your head is telling you, drawing on those past experiences and just kind of going, here, this is how it went before, this is the only way it's going to go, this is how it's going to turn out for you, only this. So, remember that that's just the fears and anxieties talking, and not the truth here, okay? Just keep putting in the work. Keep doing what you're doing, okay? Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. New moon in Aquarius, open up to change. First quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. Uh... Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. Someone has had their feelings hurt. Maybe it's you. Deal with this upset, especially, but not only, if it's on the home front. Whatever is going on right now will go better if you take steps to make sure that no one is feeling like they've been emotionally run over. If you feel like your feelings have been trampled on, it's time to work through them and clear them. Then you can move towards your goals. It's hard to manifest when hurt feelings are in the way. The manifestation affirmation for this is, I now choose to release all my hurt, and so it is. Okay. And new moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. Big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering as possible from you. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or a situation. If you know you've been too emotional about someone or something, this card offers you the chance to cool things down. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. Allow for things to develop. Try to think of your situation from a different angle. The affirmation for this is, there is only one me, it's safe to be me, and I love me. Then, first quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. It's time to release your grip on the situation. Passion is good, but too much can become manic. Sometimes we feel too much intensity around our dreams because we're scared they won't come true. But that's counterproductive. Live and let live a little. State your intention to the universe, then detach. Trust the universe and see what happens. The tighter your grip now, the more likely you are to lose out. This is doubly true if you've been jealous or had issues to do with sex or money. Avoid trying too hard to influence someone else. There isn't an affirmation for this one, actually. Okay. We have two cards for you here. We have 888, I am abundant. As you focus on all the wonderful things that surround you, you're clearing the path for more positive energy to flow into all areas of your life and creating a place for abundance. And 1212. Stay focused on your best possible future and remain optimistic throughout the entire journey. Your angels are right behind you as you turn your dreams into reality. Okay. I hope that message helps. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, they're really pretty. You ever want to get yourself a couple more decks, Adam? As of like right now, I highly recommend, because you like and connect with the Moonology deck so much, I recommend the original Moonology deck and the Moonology messages, since you already have the manifestation one. And as far as tarot decks, because I know you don't have one yet, Cats Rule the Earth. Cats Rule the Earth. This one will help you a little bit as well, because it has, especially for the major arcana, it has pretty detailed entries. There is a smaller reversal section, but it still does touch on the reversals. So. That, and it does include, like, some, like, really basic information as well. So, including a little section on, numerology. So. Highly recommend. Yeah, I was about to say, I should probably issue a last call for Q here. So, if anyone still wants to join, you may go ahead and do so. I'll be closing it here in a few minutes. Okay, so, what decks would you like, Bree? Okay. I had a feeling you'd want the Cats Rule the Earth tarot. Yeah, of course. Just type exclamation point read me. Of course. Darn hiccups. Ouch. Uh, Thank you, Egg. Okay, Bree. Let's see. What message do you need to hear? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They're apparently being really, really particular. Okay. Okay. Oops. Would you stay put? My goodness. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. The Tower. Oops. Put those a little too high. The Three of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Hanged Man reversed. So, there's definitely, there's definitely just kind of like some, there's a buildup of emotions here, is definitely just kind of the vibe I'm getting from the Queen of Cups reversed. Along with that, just also a bunch of just, thoughts and just fears and anxieties and such that are just also just kind of a component of that as well. Surrounding this. Okay. The Tower and the Three of Pentacles combined, okay. There's been, particularly it's due to just, accepting, or, just financial struggles in particular, and just things not exactly going the way that you want them to and going in your favor, and, just worrying that there isn't really, like, an out. There isn't an out here, that, like, there's no payoff. That you're always just going to be in this just place of financial struggle. And also, I get the sense that there's also just kind of this aspect of a sense of, like, guilt for having to rely on others for help. Okay. But, the key part to remember here is the last two cards, okay? The Nine of Pentacles and the Hanged Man reversed. There is a payoff here. There are rewards here, okay? There are better things ahead, and things will work out in your favor, okay? And there will be some forward momentum. Forward movement again on that front, okay? Just give it time, okay? Yeah. I've been there before. I'm really sorry that you're dealing with that. But just know you are deserving of the help, okay? You are deserving of the support. There's no reason to feel guilty for any of that. Okay. For now, just keep doing what you can. Keep putting in the work. And, just keep doing your best, okay? Two cards. Black Moon, Lilith, and Virgo release perfectionism. And coagulation. Soul ascension. Black Moon, Lilith, and Virgo release perfectionism. The cosmos wants you to know that you are enough. Embrace who you are and don't compare yourself to others. Step into your power, send love to your flaws, and accept yourself as you are. When this card appears, the universe is calling for you to release the desire for perfection. If this is in your chart, you may have been compared to others or received harsh critiques growing up. Black Moon, Lilith, and Virgo can place hyper-awareness around your physical health, diet, work ethic, and drive for perfection. Virgo is associated with the symbol of the virginal maiden and the chastity of the Virgin Mary archetype. While this definition is rooted in patriarchy, purity, perfection, chastity, and cleanliness are all a part of this zodiac sign. As a result of not feeling good enough, those with this in their birth chart may be overly critical of themselves or others. Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, has Black Moon, Lilith, and Virgo in her natal chart, and she's admitted to a history of self-harm and disordered eating. You can heal this dark feminine shadow by releasing the need to measure up to others. Send love to yourself when mistakes happen. Praise your inner god or goddess with positive affirmations. And then there's kind of like a little bit of an affirmation with each of these. You are healing the shadow of self-doubt from the inside out. It's time for self-acceptance. And then we have coagulation. After enduring a period of intense purges, transformation, inner growth, and spiritual work, this is the phase of alchemy when you begin to truly embody your sun. Fool's gold in ancient alchemy. When the coagulation card appears, you are empowered in your purpose and channeling the energy of your sun sign. The sun in astrology represents the life purpose and alignment in your birth chart. New opportunities, life decisions, and changes in direction are manifesting for you at a faster rate. When you are in this phase, be mindful of perfectionist habits and gently release them as there is no perfection. Practice presence. Associated with gold and the sun, coagulation is when you are nearing the end of the magnum opus. This is the sixth phase of the alchemical magnum opus, which is a culmination of all the ascension and healing work you've done this far. You have found and embodied your higher self, light, and true essence in this lifetime. There is a shadow work section for like all these cards, by the way. I'll go back after this and read the shadow work section for the other card if you want me to. The coagulation phase shadow work is creating and maintaining a daily meditation practice is key when you reach this phase. This allows you to remain in the present moment and heal any lingering shadows that can disrupt your light. And the affirmation is, your soul's gold is shining through. Allow it to emanate and shine for the world to see. So there are two sections for the Black Moon Lilith cards. There's a Dark Divine Feminine shadow work section and a Dark Divine Masculine shadow work section. I'm going to read both. Dark Divine Feminine shadow work. You are enough, especially when you unleash your wisdom and skilled presence into the world. Whether this is your craft, diet, exercise, or work, have faith in what you have to offer. The Dark Divine Masculine shadow work section for this says, you expect perfection from yourself and others. This can create strained interactions. Release the need to nitpick and stress about the details. So. There's only one card here, it seems, and that's the importance of routine. While spontaneity is wonderful, there's comfort in routine. It provides a foundation from which adventure can begin. So, the word that just comes to mind with that is repetition. And practice makes perfect for some reason. So, just keep, like I said, keep at it, keep putting in the work, keep doing your best, okay? Yes. Just keep doing what you can. And remember, the key thing here is to, one of the things that just kind of, again, stands out the most to me here is this. Just don't feel guilty to looking to others for guidance and assistance, okay? I hope that message helps. So before I forget, let me go ahead and oops, the queue here. Good. Of course. Okay. Good. Okay. You wanted the Diablo, Black Moon Lilith, and Angel Number messages, yes? Okay. Okay. Oh. Let me just stretch my legs. And also take a drink of tea really quick. Ready. Let's see what message you need to hear today. Okay. 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 Yeah, that's in a few minutes, but be able to get through this. Okay. We have the Tower reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed, and 8 of Pentacles. So there's definitely some energy here of just kind of like a past, just some past events, some past struggles or something that just kind of plagued you for a bit, that you may still be in the process of just kind of recovering from here. And this may be related to money, just finances, or just like resources in general, but more so I get the sense that it's just kind of a beliefs, and just beliefs regarding these things. Essentially, just what is the phrase that I'm looking for here? My mind is like blanking on it right now. Ads are going to be starting here in a second. I'm gonna pause because I know the moment I start talking, I'm just gonna get interrupted by ads, because that's always the way that it works out. Or maybe not. Ugh. Okay. One moment. Apparently ads are being there we go. Okay. Oof. wonder if I could reach my nail clippers from here. This deck is always a pain in the ass to shuffle. I kind of, apparently broke a piece of my nail that I need to clip off. Didn't even realize. It's like my one complaint about this deck is it was definitely just made to be an art piece. Made to be an art piece, not meant for actual use, but I use it anyway, because... fuck that. Okay. Ads should be over here. Give me a moment. I had to. To clip off a piece of my fingernail because I accidentally broke it without realizing. This deck is a bit of a beast to shuffle. Bit of a beast. Okay. So, anyway, continuing. It is, like I was saying during the ad break, it was definitely meant to be an art piece and not, like, actual, like, practical deck to use, but, like, fuck that, I'm going to use it anyway, because it's pretty. But, there's definitely just kind of a sense of just kind of like lack here in some context, and just kind of like feeling dissatisfied, feeling like things aren't really going to pay off for you, okay? And, the message here is not to worry about that, and if you've dealt with, like, past issues that have just kind of led to you just, like, having this kind of mindset, don't let those, like, past events and past incidents with things just kind of, like, control the narrative here, steer the narrative. When you can, do your best to disengage from those thoughts, to disengage from those thought patterns, and just have faith in yourself, have faith in the work that you're doing, the work that you're putting in, and trust that it has value, okay? Trust that it has value, and trust that it will have a payoff for you here, okay? Even if others can't see it, and if others aren't valuing you for what you're contributing, you do have value, okay? What you're doing does have value. So, don't devalue yourself, okay? Don't devalue yourself. Don't let any other people devalue you. Just have faith and confidence in what you're doing. Okay. Is just definitely the vibe here, okay? I don't know if this is coming from, like, work, or if it's just friends or family, whatever, okay? Whatever situation is just kind of causing you to feel like that, just, yeah. Well, let's see what the Oracle deck wants to add here. Ooh. Okay. We had two just pop out immediately, so... We have Black Moon, Lilith, and Aquarius. Honor your individuality. Okay. And the Moon. Intuition and emotional healing. Black Moon, Lilith, and Aquarius. Honor your individuality. It's time to let your freak flag fly for the world to see. When Black Moon, Lilith, and Aquarius shows up in a reading, it's encouraging you to embrace what makes you unique. It will require you to be brave and unapologetic. True friends and aligned souls will accept you for who you are. Yeah, no problem, Egg. Good night. Black Moon, Lilith, and Aquarius represents revolution and rebellion against the status quo. Aquarius is a fixed air sign symbolized by the water bearer, who pours ascended knowledge out to the collective. Structured Saturn and eccentric Uranus are the planetary rulers of Aquarius. When the Black Moon Lilith is in this innovative sign, you can expect radical points of view, transcending societal expectations. Rosa Parks, a notable Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius, was arrested after she refused to give up her bus seat to a white man in 1955, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott and fueling the civil rights movement. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius can also experience feelings of being the black sheep in their early life. In your ancestry or childhood, this natural desire for liberation from the collective could have been shunned. You march to the beat of your own drum, even when it may be disliked or feared by others. It's about accepting yourself, quirks and all. Once you do this, those who appreciate you will find your message incredibly healing and uplifting. Okay, so, exactly. Very, very much going in line with that whole aspect of what you have to offer has value, okay? It has value, even if other people don't see it, okay? So, don't mind them. Don't mind what anyone else has to say about that, okay? As long as it's something that you're enjoying, you're comfortable with, and that has meaning to you, keep doing it, okay? And then we have the Moon. Intuition and emotional healing. The Moon is the internal cosmic mother, reflecting the paternal sun.
She is a nurturing and life-giving luminary, ruling over the psyche and emotions of her children on Earth. When you receive the Moon Oracle card in a reading, it indicates the strengthening of your intuition and increased receptivity. The answers you seek are already inside of you. Listen to your gift of psychic awareness and allow it to guide your way forward. If something doesn't feel right, reflect on why. You may be feeling a sense of fatigue, and the moon is encouraging you to pour into yourself right now. Have you taken time to nurture yourself? In astrology, the moon represents your emotional reactions, soul, and internal nature. The moon takes around 2.5 days to move through a zodiac sign, and it rules over the water sign of Cancer. Mother Moon also represents your comfort zone and the relationship you had with your mother in astrology. This is how you were conditioned as a child, making this an unconscious part of your personality. The key is to nourish your moon by understanding what emotionally aligns with you and consciously making decisions to support it. It's incredibly important to understand and honor your moon sign's needs, as your emotions are a part of your manifestation power. If you don't feel emotionally aligned in your life to your moon's needs, it can create inner turmoil. The following is a quick guide to what your moon sign needs to feel emotionally aligned. The moon changes zodiac signs every 2 to 3 days, so you will need to look at your birth chart to determine yours. So, it includes just like a little list here. Your emotional needs according to your moon sign. Moon in Aries is leadership. Moon in Taurus is security. Moon in Gemini is communication. Moon in Cancer is nurturing. Moon in Leo is creativity. Moon in Virgo is intelligence. Moon in Libra is harmony. Moon in Scorpio is stability. Moon in Sagittarius is freedom. Moon in Capricorn is structure. Moon in Aquarius is intellect. And Moon in Pisces is sensitivity. So, those are important to your emotional needs. Or rather, what's important to your emotional needs based on moon signs. So, but yeah, so definitely just attune to yourself and your needs and what you need right now. Don't pay attention to what others are saying about what you have to offer here, okay? What you're doing has value. You have value, okay? You have things to contribute. So don't let others make you feel less than. Okay? Okay. And this one is very, very much going in line with that moon card about, like, intuition and awareness and stuff. The card you got from the angel number messages is 11. I am intuitive. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift, and it will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. Can also mean that you pick up on also a lot of what others are feeling and affect you to a greater degree as well. So, make sure you're not taking on what's not yours, okay? So. And that includes the expectations of others. Okay, I hope that message helps. And thank you for stopping by. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I mentioned that last little tidbit after reading this card here. It also means that you can kind of pick up on things that others are feeling and affect you to a greater degree. So, make sure you're not taking on what's not yours. So. But yeah. Yeah. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Oop. Okay. Hello. What decks would you like? Okay. Where did that deck book go? There it is. My goodness. Been a while since I've used the Star Spinner Tarot. Okay. Take a drink of tea here really quick. Okay. Let's see. What message do you need to hear today? Also, what would you like to be called? Ina or Gabriella. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We have the star reversed. Ten of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. So there's definitely a definitely some healing that needs to occur here. That still needs to occur here. That's in the process of occurring here for you. Though you might have hit a temporary bump in the road. It seems like, and if you're being hard on yourself right now for kind of feeling like you're going backwards or regressing or just going in the wrong direction, just, no. Don't do that. Okay? No. Okay. That temporary bump in the road here being the Ten of Swords, okay? Some struggle that's kind of once again just kind of leaving you feeling defeated. And defeated, depleted, and deflated are for some reason the words that are coming to mind. Oh. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Okay, apparently they just really wanted to let you know that, like, you're gonna be all good. Don't let it keep you down too much, you're gonna be all good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that, like, illness definitely can throw a wrench into the works. In terms of, like, work things. It can definitely feel like a bit of a setback. But yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Is, definitely, like, the key thing here. Like, don't be harsh on yourself in the sense of, like, being critical with yourself, and also just don't, like, push yourself too hard, because that can just kind of make the illness, you know, a little bit more, a little bit worse, make it a little bit more intense, and just kind of, like, set you back further. Yeah. Yeah. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Just do what you can, chip away at it. Okay, keep chipping away at it. It is definitely, definitely, like, the feeling here, but, like, just don't push yourself too hard. Because that can set you back here.
Which I know is like really fucking hard to do. Especially when like work is involved and bosses are just kind of like on your ass about shit. But yeah. Okay. Let me see what the Oracle deck wants to add here. Yeah. Well, in my opinion, they can go eat a bag of dicks. That's just me. Okay. Okay. We have the Alchemist is the card that's coming out here. Apparently. For some reason I feel like it's going to lean into that whole, you know, like a healing element. The Alchemist card indicates a time of metamorphosis. It is called to view everything in your current life as an opportunity for growth. Right now is a potent time to plant the seeds of what you want to invite in. It is also a reminder that our thoughts are incredibly powerful. We may not feel like we have a lot of control over our lives, but we can work hard at changing our thought patterns to ones that empower us. Whatever they are given, the Alchemist is able to transmute. They may have a handful of bad ingredients, but they are able to make magic with what they have. It can be a long process, but they hold a vision for the final product while continuing to show up in their negative situation and slowly work at transmuting it. Someone who is in the shadow of Alchemist may not believe in themselves. They may have both a fear of failure and a fear of success, keeping them paralyzed in their current situation. They can also minimize situations and keep their true feelings inside, as opposed to getting them out and moving on. The key to being an alchemist is naming what is happening so you can work with it. Which is, that last part is interesting, and there was a card that did flip over, that I can read if you want, that's called Speak Truth. I just find that interesting considering the last bit of that card mentioned, like, speaking up. If you want me to read it, I can. So, the card. Here. There it is. Oh, we have an ad break. I will continue after ads. It might. There kind of is sometimes an element of truth. There, for me,
There's very often, to like the court cards, especially for like swords, there's often an element of truth in some regard. In most cases, it's about like being true to yourself. But it can have like an element of just like in other contexts as well. So I'm just gonna read it. You can decide if it fits or not. And I open the book right to speak truth. Okay. This card is asking you to tap into what needs to be brought out of you. It extends beyond speaking and into embodying. What truth of yours needs form? Your soul, heart, and body are always trying to communicate with you. Maybe you find yourself mysteriously drawn to a subject, art form, or genre. Maybe you realize you are buying every purple thing you see. All of these things, whether small or large, are our heart's longing. It is an ember of our truth trying to light within us. In order to nurture that flame, we must breathe life into it. Embody it, speak it, embrace it. Tap into your truth in any way you can, and give it power by naming it however you feel called to name it. And these cards, this card also has an animal, plant, and stone association, as do most of the cards in this deck. This one didn't, because it's an archetype card. These are element cards. All the element cards actually do have, like, animal, plant, and stone associations. So, the animal association for this is parrot. The parrot has earned its reputation for being the animal most adept at vocalization, which makes it an incredibly useful ally at all things communication. However, when we are examining the parrot, we must also note its color. The parrot demands attention, whether through sound or sight. The parrot is an ally if you feel timid in expressing yourself in any way. Red clover is the plant association. Red clover is incredibly useful in unlocking the emotions and truths waiting to be spoken. On a physical level, red clover is cleansing. It pulls inflammation and mucus that hides in the body and allows it to be expelled. It does the same on an emotional level, pulling out the hidden truths in ourselves to be spoken. Speak your truth is a very common mantra, but sometimes we need support in identifying what that is. Call on red clover to work with the many currents of your truth. And Amazonite is the stone association. Amazonite is an ally for those who are working to bring their heart's truths into the physical world. Yeah, I found that funny. I did my best not to laugh at that, because really? Amazonite is an ally for those who are working to bring their heart's truths into the physical world. Transparency, intention, communication, and clarity are all perfect descriptions of Amazonite's power. Using this stone to harmonize one's internal world with the external via the voice enables you to unite your truth with your surroundings. Call on Amazonite for the ability to connect the heart's desires with expression, as well as accessing the courage needed to bring to life your desired reality. Okay. That was funny. It's just, I love the bit about the plant association, just mentioning it being useful for drawing out mucus. Right? I just find that so funny. Alrighty, let's see what the angel number message is.
reference to add to this. Okay. We have 19. I am a pioneer. Independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You are extremely capable in life and in work, and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. Those are definitely, yeah, I was about to say, like, those are definitely good qualities to have, yeah. But sometimes this can kind of turn into a bit of a sense of perfectionism with ourselves, which leads us to pushing ourselves a bit too hard. Sometimes, so. Yes. Oh my goodness, would you stay put? Thank you. So. I hope that message helps, and I hope you recover from things soon. Remember not to push yourself too hard, and to give yourself some time to just rest when you can. I know that's easier said than done when work is involved. I get the sense they will, yes. I get the sense they will. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm just wondering now if they make any red clover tea or anything. I just I just think that bit on that card was funny. How's your energy? I'm not really sure. I don't really, I don't really do much with that, so, yeah. Oh, neck just cracked.
But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about things. Just rest. Do your best to rest. Do your best to take care of yourself. And things should work out fine, so. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. It's the first time something like that has come up, yeah. Someone definitely thinks they're funny. Okay, let's see. What decks do I want to use for the closing message? I think I'm going to use the cat tarot again. And actually, you know what? I think I'll use these. Okay, let me pull out. It's okay. Okay. Use this one as pause. Okay. Let's see. What message would you like to close us out with? Okay. So we have... Is this... That's... Yeah, that's the world. Okay. Okay, we have the world. The Knight of Pentacles. Strength. And... is that 4? Yeah, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So... essentially, definitely, definitely getting here that, with the world card, things are going to work out in your favor, okay? If the things that you've been working towards haven't come to you yet, just, keep holding on a little bit longer, okay? Try your best to remain patient, and trust that things will work out for the best here, okay? For the best for you. Just keep holding on. Keep doing your best to remain patient. Keep putting in the work that you're doing, okay? Keep putting in that work, even if it's just small baby steps, okay? Because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in all 4 suits. It's about taking those small practical steps, okay? So even if that's all you can do, just keep doing it, okay? Big or small, progress is progress, okay? So keep putting in that work, keep taking that action, even if it's just small steps at a time. That will lead you to where you want to go, okay? And remember here to keep yourself open, okay? Keep yourself open to the good, open to the possibility that things will turn out better than you expect here, okay? Don't close yourself off to all of this by telling yourself that things can only go one way, that things are going to end up horribly, that you'll never get what you want here, that it's impossible, okay? keep yourself open to the possibility that things can go better, that things can be better, that you can have what you want, and that things will pay off for you, okay? Of course it's this card. I saw another card flip over, but we're not reading that card, so thank you. Okay. We have 3 cards here. We have Rest and Repose. The name on this is Kenmu. This is the Egyptian Art Nouveau tarot and the Egyptian Star Oracle, by the way. Then we have Tamat Hardt, Care and Nurturing. And then we have Horus, Strength. If you're curious, the card that I saw that was that flipped over, that I said no to, we're not reading that one, sir, was Fertility and Sex. Which is a good outlet for creativity and stuff, but the card gets a little spicy. No. We can read it if you're interested. Actually, you know what? Hold on. That card would actually be really fucking funny, because I remember an aspect of that card. We're gonna read it just for the lulz. It's gonna be made even funnier by the presence of another card here, okay? Yep, we're gonna read it, so, I'm gonna put it right here for now, as a reminder that I need to read it, but we'll touch on that one in a second. I'm gonna wait until after we read these 3 here, okay? But we're gonna read it for the lulz. Just be warned, it's gonna get a little spicy. Anyway. 17. Rest and repose. You sometimes need to step away from your duties and responsibilities to get a break from the hectic pace of life. Work can be rewarding, but overwork can drive down your productivity and cause problems with your relationships. Taking a rest from time to time is important for maintaining balance and good health, and can also mean taking a step back from an intense situation such as a relationship or stressful project, so you can get your bearings and approach it with a new perspective. The repose expressed by this card encourages meditation and inward reflection. Okay. And the next card is Care and Nurturing. This card represents complete freedom from suffering and the appearance of love. Oh. It may be in the form of unconditional love, such as that offered by a parent or child, or it may be the love of a romantic partner, either present or arriving soon in the future. To Hardt, the upper wing can be envisioned as a bird's wing wrapped around you, enclosing you in a warm and comforting cocoon of love. Inside the wing's protective embrace, you are cared for without fear of judgment or rejection. If you are a caregiver, this card may represent you directly, or it possibly represents another caregiver in your life. If Tamat Hardt occurs in a reading near Saret, it's an extremely positive sign for health, wellness, and healing. We don't have that one, sadly, but still. Oh, I just noticed we have some interesting. Okay, so our last card here is Horus, Strength. This is a favorable card, as it means victory is on the way. If you have asked a specific question, the answer given is yes. If you're involved in a conflict, the strength required of you will not be more than you possess. This card invites you to take inventory of your skills to better understand your path forward. As a falcon, Horus moved swiftly, which may indicate a fast resolution to any problems. Okay. So, this fertility and sex card. We're gonna place it right there. We have ads starting in a few seconds, so I'm gonna wait. Oh. Actually, I'm thinking of the other card, Love and Romance, which has, funnily enough, both of those cards actually flipped over. The Love and Romance card includes a funny line about Horus there. It's funny, is the fucking... Is the fucking Love and Romance one the one that's most graphic of these two? That's fucking hilarious.
That's actually really funny. Hold on, is the fucking love and romance cards at the top of the deck. Oh my goodness. The love and romance card is at the fucking top of the deck. It flipped over and I flipped it back over and then shuffled more. Also, it's funny because love and romance is like, love and romance. You would think fertility and sex would be the most graphic card. It's love and romance. But anyway. Love and romance. Or, fertility and sex, rather. This card is not connected to romance, but to sexual intercourse. It is a card of great physicality, the human body, the sense organs, and physical appearance. Originally painted on a shard of pottery, a female acrobat is pictured performing a difficult maneuver. Her beautiful long hair cascades to the floor as she twists her limber arms backwards. She is skilled in physical movements and knows how to put on a show. And then it goes into like a bit of the history of the imagery in this card. The first decan of the Twins of a Tomb group, Washati Bakati, fittingly started as two separate decans. Washati and Bakati. On the Middle Kingdom, coffins. If each of the two stars represented an individual pregnant twin sister, it makes sense that they were later combined into a single decan. All available sources concerning this decan point to fertility and physical life, with the Twins of a Tomb being the first mention in Pyramid Text spell 215. There is no god who has become a star who does not have a companion. Thus companionship is to be found even among the decans, just as it is among the living. Lines 147 through 149 explain that the body of the deceased is reconstituted or reborn through the Twins of a Tomb, starting with their eyes and ears and ending with all of their body parts. The Twins of a Tomb tell the deceased, lift yourself up in your name as a god. Funny thing about that, before we finish this, that reminds me of like another tangent, a related thing about that. The ancient Egyptians actually saw rebirth as a quite literal rebirth. And so, as part of like, part of the events that would take place after someone had passed, after like a notable figure had passed, was that there would be a priestess who would essentially masturbate, intending to send the energy to the deceased. Usually this was done with gods, but this could also be done with pharaohs. Essentially fueling their rebirth. So, just an added tidbit to that. According to the Egyptian calendar, the week of this decan's heliacal rise contains the days when Osiris was chopped into pieces by his brother Set. The pieces were connected and assembled by his lovers, Isis and her sister Nephthys, and Isis used his dismembered penis to conceive her child, Horus, the god who would ultimately avenge his father's death. It is worth noting that these sisters were both pregnant by Osiris, which gives them a strong link to this decan. The festival of Min falls during this week. Min, the Egyptian god of fertility, has a perpetually erect penis. if the figurines that were made of him are anything to go by, it was also quite large. Hey, I warned y'all it would get spicy, okay? I warned y'all it would get spicy. Funnily enough, the fertility and sex card is not the worst one. It's love and romance. Romantic relationships are incredibly complex and fraught with difficulties. It's no different today than it was 4,000 years ago. Love is an essential element of the human condition, and the desire to bond with another person on a deep spiritual level is fundamental to existence. Depending on the surrounding cards, Carrie Heped can indicate a future relationship, a current relationship, or even an unknown lover with a hidden desire. In any case, it is specifically pointing to a romantic relationship that is going to have an impact in your life. The history of this card is, while the third decan, Carrie Heped and Ken met, under the hind part of the cow, symbolize change in the form of a cow giving birth, this decan embodies the romance that predated the pregnancy. Sheep, like goats, are renowned in the ancient world for their virility and ability to procreate. So it's easy to imagine what the Egyptians meant when they designated this decan under the hind part of the sheep. However, far from being a purely sexual card, the meaning is much deeper and extends to romance and love. This decan's week in the Egyptian calendar includes the Bast Festival and the sailing of Bast. One tradition in these celebrations of the cat goddess was the raising of the skirts, a chance for Egyptian women to embrace their sexuality by lifting their skirts to expose their vaginas to anyone who happened to be within view. The breaking of social norms was to thank Bast for their blessings, and attempt to gain good fortune with her. As a fertility ritual, it was understandably effective. Three days after the raising of the skirts was the going forth of Min, the permanently erect god of male fertility. This was clearly a week intended for Egyptian people to consummate the relationships with intimate gestures. Yup. Essentially just lifting your skirt, flashing someone, and just being like, hey, you wanna fuck? And the ritual section for this says, this decan can be used in ritual work to attract, keep, or improve a relationship with a man or woman. Spell 379 from the coffin text deals quite graphically with sex and the hind parts. Your hinder parts are spread like the fat of an ox. Come to me, O Horus, bring your curved penis, may he come. Fuck. Anyway. So. Those cards both flipped over. as I was shuffling. So, if anyone needed to hear that, there you go. But yes, and that is part of the reason why I don't use this deck a whole lot on stream, because it can kind of get a little bit spicy and kind of graphic about some shit. I'm just glad that Set's card is tame. They only focused on his leadership abilities and touch lightly on like the whole thing with his brother Osiris. They completely avoid the horny little shit aspect. Because if you know anything about the mythology surrounding him, he got around a lot. He was also a god that you would apparently petition if you wanted if there was someone that you wanted to bang. He's the god you would, he was the god you would, kind of, make an offering to. Hi, Vera! Sorry! Pretty much, Bree. Yes, that was him. That was him. That was a bit of an interesting a bit of an interesting time to come in, yes, Varel. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was talking about a couple of the cards that flipped over that didn't pop out. Okay. And we have 77, I am brave. It is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and ambitions. Now is the time to be brave. Bold and brave. I was talking about how there's a reason I don't use this oracle, the Egyptian star oracle, too much on stream, because there's a lot of spicy in this deck. And I was talking about how I'm glad that the card for Set, the entry for Set, only touches on his leadership capabilities and his past as a protector of Ra, and touches lightly on the incident with his brother Osiris, but completely avoids the horny little shit aspect. Because he was also a horny little shit if you look into the mythology. So he got around a lot.
But anyway, I hope that message helped, even though we got a bit sidetracked by some things. Oh no. I just do my best to behave myself on stream. But innocent is absolutely not me. Yeah, he would know best. But anyway. Today's stream is definitely interesting. We get a card that talks about mucus while someone is sick. And then it devolves into spicy nonsense. Oh. But the two cards that did flip over, the fertility and sex and the love and romance cards, like they are a good outlet for things, for pent-up emotions, for creative energy, for lots of things. And again, touching on that whole thing there about like not really being innocent and just doing my best to behave on stream. There are a lot of aspects of myself that I don't really talk about. One of those being that one of the forms of magic that I practice is actually sex magic, and that's kind of what I utilize it for. So it's a good way of gathering energy and releasing it. And releasing with it a lot of emotions and other things. And also just a nice release of like creative energy as well. A release and creation of creative energy, actually. So it's good for both. So I will just add on that tidbit.
touching back on the reading and stuff, if there are things here that you wish to release, that you wish to work through, just putting it out there that that's always an option for releasing of things. So I forget which deck it is that there's. I want to say it's the Bealtna Oracle that has a card that's quite literally called Orgasm that touches on that very thing. But yeah. Oh, ow. But anyway, before we go on more tangents, I hope that message helped for anyone who needed to hear it. Just remember to keep holding on. Keep taking the steps you can to get to where you want to be, and keep yourself open to the potential, the possibility for good. And also make sure to take care of yourself and give yourself time to rest, as the Oracle cards wish to remind you. And if you need to release things, yeah. That's always an option. But anyway, with that though, unfortunately, gonna have to call it here so that I can go get some food and go start winding down for the night. Thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or just lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.